Very good. I hope you were able to get the challenge done, which was to make sure that either way, if you say true or false, we would go ahead and update our question. So the next question. It's very simple. That just means where we say that this is correct, we know it's correct. In fact, I can get rid of this. Maybe put this at the top. It makes more sense. I could say set state like that and say current plus plus. That would work. Let's save this. If you come here, let's say it's true. That's incorrect. So it's not going to work because this only works as we added here for when it's correct. Let's just say, and there we go. It goes to the next. That is false. It goes to the next and so forth, right? Now, this works fine, but there's a lot of code duplication. I'm going to minimize a little bit. To make it a little bit more better, I can actually create another method here. Update question. All this function will do is actually going to call, I'm going to pull all that code in there. And then here, I'm going to call the update question. That's all. So we've just rearranged a few things. That way, next question is going to go call update question, which is essentially the same thing as update question. Really, we just increment and go to the next one. That way, I can call this update question inside of our correct, like that. And of course, down here as well. Okay, so either way, we're going to be updating our question. So save that. You notice that if it's false, it's going to go to the next. If it's true, it goes to the next as well. So life is good. This keeps going also forward. So at least we made sure that the user doesn't have to always go to the next. If they wish to do so, to click on the next button, that's sort of fine. But at least now, if they read the question and say it's true, it's correct, it just shows the next question there. Now, for completion here, we have this next button. How about the previous button? It would be nice to have that. Well, very simply, we can come up to our code again where we have our buttons. In fact, I can just copy this button here in front of all buttons. Don't forget to put a comma there. And instead of forward, let's say backward. Let's arrow back like this. And instead of next, it's going to be previous. So I'm going to say prev question like that. We don't have anything like this yet. So here we are going to do pretty much the same thing we did with update. So I'm going to copy all of this, or next question, that is, either way, and put it there. Okay, and instead of plus, I'm going to say minus. Let's see. If I save this, let's go ahead and run. Let's go back. Looks like I can go forward, and I go back, and nothing really is working. And of course, we have to put it inside of a set state. Okay, and paste in that piece of code there. And of course, we need to say -1 like this because we're going the other way around. Okay, let's save this and see. All right, so we can go forward. That's life is good. We can keep going, and life is good. Just for testing, just to see what's going on, let's say debug here, index, current index like this, just to see what's going on. Let's save and give a quick run here. Open there. Very good. So we're here. Let's go forward a little bit. That's left's good. Go back. Go back. It says index 1. Okay, let's go further. Index 0. Keep further. Goes to index 14. So it goes back to the last item of the array of the list and starts from there. This works fine, as you can see, because we go to the front of the array and go downwards. That's totally fine. So now we have this complete loop. So we can go forward and backward, and life is good. Very nice. I hope you learned something in this section. So we did a few new things here, one of which is look into the YAML pubspec.yaml file and added our assets, right? In this case, we're just an image. We're able to add an image to our project and then being able to invoke that image into our app so we can see it, right? And we'll learn a little bit how to separate our data source, right? So we created a data class, a data model, which models after the data that we're trying to show to the user, in this case, the question, okay? And of course, we have buttons here. We have raised buttons, which we haven't seen before, but another form of buttons. And we were able to create a little algorithm here that goes through all of these questions per se and allows users to choose whether it's true or false and have a dynamic app flow as you have it now. This app is a stepping stone to your own application. So you can actually take this and make it even bigger, right? find more data for our question bank, and the sky is the limit. In fact, that's what I want you to do, to take this to the next step and make it even better, or many other quiz apps. Thank you again. I'll see you next.